Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday, and you know what that means. It means spend some quality time with Carrie and Adam Anderson, founders of Whole Life Entrepreneurship, a movement, a methodology, and a mashup of wonderful things, helping you live a life of success without regrets. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Carrie.
Hey. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Thanks for being here with us. It is Sunday night. That means we do a Sunday Night Live. This is just an opportunity for us to kind of go through with you very, very quickly what we've talked about this week in our private group. And this week we have talked about what it means to be a copycat.
I like the way you said that.
Huh. So is being a copycat a bad thing?
No, it's not. It's actually being very wise. The whole thing is that if you're trying to do something, you've never done it before, you find somebody who has done the thing that you're trying to do and look at what they did. It doesn't mean you do everything that they did, but it is okay to learn from the lessons of other people. One of the analogies we used was jazz music. You hear a melody that someone else is playing and you can riff off of that melody without it having to be exactly their thing. And so, no, it is not bad to be a copycat.
Yeah, so I think that it's perfectly normal and honestly probably a really good idea to find someone that you really, really admire. And I'm not saying that you completely emulate them or aspire to be them, but I think that there are certain qualities that we pull from different people, whether they be somebody famous or whether they be somebody in our day-to-day lives or friends or families. I think certainly there's nothing wrong with wanting to pull from a little bit of all of those experiences and kind of create your own beautiful thing from that. Now, here's something, though, that I think is really interesting.
Yes?
One of the things that I hear a lot about, and I've had this happen to myself, have you ever been copied?
Yes.
Did it hurt your feelings? Or piss you off? When you're like, that dude over there just jacked my stuff.
Yeah. No, I'll be honest. When it first happens, it's not pleasant until I put myself in the right mindset and remember what I'm all about. Because, well, let me rephrase that. If someone is copying a business model or something I've done and it's not in direct competition and it's not taking anything away that they're like, I'm the one who did it, then everything's fine.
But what if they are?
That is, you have to then check in because, for example, when we plant a company and then we walk away and somebody else runs with the company, a lot of the things that you put in place that were awesome, now somebody else is owning. And you have to transition away from ownership of that. Now, if it's out and out plagiarism, that's different. But at the end of the day, people are going to do business with you. People are going to love you, not necessarily the words. So.
Well, you've always heard that plagiarism is like the highest form of compliment.
Flattery.
Flattery, yeah. Like, I don't know that I buy into that. I have had my own work be not replicated, but some similar things written from some of the stuff that I've written, and I can't help but get a little bit like offended, but I understand the principle of what if you are the wise person that somebody's pulling from? And
there is a distinct difference between someone stealing your marketing copy and using that to promote their own stuff versus, hey, this is how they chose to live their life. I'm inspired by that.
Yes,
I really respect you. Yep.
Exactly. So I think that there's nothing wrong with allowing other people to inspire and motivate you. I mean, that's why there are the Tony Robbins of the world, right? They make a living out of it. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. So, one of the things that you had talked about on in our group was your conversation with one of the people that you really admire.
Yes. So, on my list of people I admire is Richard Branson, and I was lucky enough to get some one-on-one time with him, and I had a conversation that kind of went like this. It's like, I've got a couple questions. How you're living your life and balancing your family, and he gave me all kinds of wisdom. He was sprinkling on this. But the thing that I really like is like, so Richard, you've got a lot of companies. Once you get them up and running, and then you back away, how do you do all that? And he says, well, Adam, the first thing I do, because I was like, I got 4 companies, Richard. You know, I'm basically just like you. And he's like, okay, first thing I do, Adam, is I spin up the company, I get everybody very excited. Then I make it all work, and then I walk away. And then things don't move as fast as I think they should, and I rush back in, and I muck it all up, and I set them back months and months, if not years. I was like, yeah.
I think you've done that a time or two.
Self-aware.
Yeah.
And the lesson he was trying to teach me, I believe, is that once you've handed the thing off to somebody else who's leading the charge, it's not yours anymore. And that you have to then root from the sidelines. And so I admire his ability to start something, to get it healthy, and then to realize his own gifts and limitations, and then go do something else.
It's that jazz music thing that you were talking about.
Yeah, that's building the band and then realizing that the melody is locked in and everyone else is doing variations on your melody, and for you to drag them back to the true melody, that screws up everyone's variations, and that creates a vacuum of creativity, and that's not how things work. So one thing we did not talk about much this week, in fact, we just were chatting about it, is when we were at the RISE conference, Rachel Hollis was talking about, everybody needs help me out, RISE people. Everybody needs a friend, a mentor, a coach, and a something else. It was 4 things, I feel sure. Cuddly teddy bear.
I don't know what the 4th thing was. I've forgotten. But we were talking about this. I realized I don't have a mentor. I mean, I have people that I admire. I admire their writing style. I admire their great works in the world. I admire their kindness or their generosity, or their Lamborghini. I mean, let's be real. I mean, there are things that I admire. But as far as like a mentor to help me, I don't have that. How do you get you one of them? Things.
Let's define a mentor.
Okay.
Consultant is somebody who has a solution for your problem and gives it to you, and you pay them for it, and they help you execute it. A coach is someone who is really, really good at helping you get guided and all the things like that. And you're consuming on both of these. A mentor is a two-way relationship between a mentor and a mentee, where the mentor has been there, done that, all the things, but still wants to learn something new from the mentee who has a different set of skill sets.
Oh.
So it's a cross thing. So
I don't think I ever really thought of it that way.
So for example, my boy Leon. What's up, brother? So I am mentoring him on how to build scalable businesses. And he is absolutely a wizard at LinkedIn prospecting. And so as I am mentoring there, the mentee is also then passing stuff backwards to me. So it is a two-way street. So finding a mentor is a little bit more difficult and a little bit more delicate of a dance, because you also want to bring something valuable to the table, a different perspective, a different industry, something like that. So it is way too complicated I do have a whole methodology on how to get a mentor, and then how to show up as an appropriate mentee to justify the relationship. That is not a Sunday Night Live.
We'll have to see if we can get that down on paper. That'd be a great tool.
Yeah. Here's what you don't do. You don't send an email saying, "Hey, can I get a cup of coffee?"
Right.
and just a small nugget: research. Because if you are going to go and ask the person a question that you could look up by Googling it, that's not a good question.
Yeah. The other thing that we wanted to touch on really briefly too is sort of this worry that if you do kind of borrow and pull from other inspirational sources, often people worry that then they're not special, that they have to do all the work on the front end, that then they don't have all this special stuff. And honestly, I don't think that that's, especially in the self-help and business world, there's only so many ways that you can rewrite the same thing. We're all saying the same things in different ways. I mean, The thing that makes us special is the way we deliver it. So I really, really want to just encourage people that just because you're borrowing some inspiration from somebody else does not mean that it's not special when you do it.
I love that. Yeah, I was particularly excited when you were talking about special sauce.
Put your special sauce on it. Only you got your special sauce.
And you know what's great about a special sauce is that not
good.
everybody has to love it. Some people will hate your special sauce.
Yeah.
And then some people will love your special sauce. But that is great because everyone has their own special sauce. And with billions of people on the planet, we probably need millions and millions of businesses.
That's right.
That do exactly the same thing with a little bit different special sauce on it to meet the need.
Yep, exactly. All right, so this week we did a webinar. That was exciting. Thank you to everyone who tuned in for that. We appreciate that. We will very soon be putting the replay up for that so that that'll be available to anyone who would like to check it out. Apologies to those who are on the second of those because Adam had a coughing fit. Bless his heart, he has been so sick, y'all.
I have pneumonia.
He has been so pitiful. He had a coughing fit, and he's still human. We're still human, guys. We're doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can.
I should have gotten up and walked out. And
He
let you do
should
the whole
have.
thing.
But it's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. It was still really, really, really helpful, I think. So we'll be putting that up at some point, hopefully this week. I don't know. We'll see.
I think it's up. We just need to share the link.
We will?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's up and ready to go.
Awesome. Sounds great. If you have other questions or you're interested in the Whole Life Council, you can go to wlemission.com/council, and all of the special sauce is there for you. Yeah. In our private group this week, we are talking about all things business.
Yes, March is business month.
Business.
We're marching into March.
Marching into March. That's right. Today's March 1st.
Yeah, so we did a lot in the first month about vision. We did a lot about in the second month around purpose. And now we're bringing that big vision and that purpose into a business so that for the rest of the year, you can make a bunch of money and not regret how you do it.
Ooh, I want to do that.
So let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, guys, if you have any other questions, certainly always feel free to email us, hello@wlemission.com. Anything else, Mr. Anderson?
Happen to the day.
Don't let the day happen to you. We do that in the morning.
Oh, that's the
Sorry.
morning.
Sorry. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.